they're away. It'll say Louisiana at wherever they're playing.
Oh, okay. No, it doesn't. I have the dates, but they don't say at all, and I know these are not all home games. So it looks like October 19th will probably be.
Yes.
What? Because I see October 1st, that's South Alabama and ULL. Then Raising Cajuns and Marshall. We're looking for a Saturday they don't have a game.
Okay. The 22nd they do have a game, and the 1st they do. So I think the 19th they don't have the game. The Saturday between the 1st and the 22nd.
Okay. So October 19th, our attendance is good. And Andre, how do you see us involving public relations, since we want to try to expand it a little bit and involve public relations and journalism students? I know you can't speak for journalism folks, but what are, I guess, some of the main concerns of the seniors over at public relations? I would imagine it'd be job placement too.
Well, I think just the fact that we're getting everybody together at the same place and same time is super beneficial. Because I mean, when you send students, when they have job searches here, and there's very little representation for us. There might be a few marketing people in the room, but the fact that we can have all of these firms show up, that's gonna be a major plus.
Okay. Yeah, that was not one of, it was the main inspiration for me to have the college to career conference when I found out, and I know you're reporting, but when I found out the athletes had a separate job fair from everyone else, I almost lost it. I couldn't believe that. So I wanted to design something for just our students. And that was one of the things that I've been hearing too. As you said, there are maybe 2 or 3 companies at our career fair on campus, but not industry specific enough that where we can touch everybody's interest in the room. So, okay. Any other print or digital media companies outside of Current, Daily Advertiser, and The Advocate? I don't know if there may be any local magazines that are in publication.
008 magazine.
008. So it's 008 or the words 008?
008.
Okay. Okay.
We can invite Quick Slants as well. It's a local sports magazine.
Quick.
Quick, Q-U-I-C-K Slants.
That would attract some students too.
With all these companies and everything we want to do, we may actually need a sponsor.
Okay.
For food, for everything.
Will we still hold it here then? Because if we went in the student union, then now we're under their rules and regulations.
Yeah, I like the idea of having it in the department.
Okay.
I'm just worried that we may not be able to feed and produce materials and whatever other costs there are for so many. You have 40 students, maybe you have 20, 30 or more professionals. All of a sudden, that's a lot of
Yes,
money.
it is. And I know our alum game for the first one, they're definitely wanting to come to the next one. They were ready after we ended to let them know when we're going to have it again. So we certainly have at least 10
Mhm.
from adults and having more of student input and control.
Well, I think how y'all were saying about having students kind of lead the way, I don't know if that would be like giving different students topics or playing to people's strengths, but I think that would help it be more engaging because we're more comfortable talking to each other.
Okay.
And even if there was like a session where there weren't like professionals in the room, like it was kind of students giving each other advice, so like alumni and students,
Okay.
rather than like professors or that type of, or like people that are gonna offer them a job, because that'll be a different type of vibe.
Okay. So we can
So
have
almost
maybe
like
a breakout.
Yeah.
mentors instead of.
Yes.
And I'm sorry I was late. Lanika, run down the date for me again, like
The date?
the schedule of everything.
Oh, okay, so we start with breakfast
Mhm.
and move from breakfast to our first workshop. And the students, we usually have one student intro the professionals workshop and then another student intro and lead the executive or management workshop. It's a question and answer period. After that, we go to lunch, and then after lunch, students meet with their selected professional for a one-on-one 10-minute session. And it's almost like speed dating, where you don't have a whole hour with this person. It's 10 minutes, and it works with the professionals too, because they get to see exactly how long they're going to be here, instead of sitting and waiting and hoping someone comes by. You have your list in front of you. And after the sessions, the students are encouraged to take the next step and follow up with the professional. And we're out of there by 1. I think 2 o'clock was the latest. We start at 8 o'clock. And some of the students brought their resumes with them for critique, and some brought reels, but it was different for everybody, but it worked, and we had 22 students. We aimed for 25, but 22, it was no cost to the students. We also had raffles during the different breaks to make sure that we kept them in the room. But that's really what it was about, and I believe the raffles were $50 gift cards. And they knew that when they walked in, everybody got a raffle ticket, and you could win. I believe we gave away 3 that day.
You did a great job with the swag bag. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, all of
We
the
got some umbrellas, so everyone came.
umbrellas, mugs,
Right. It was a nice.
t-shirts,
For the speakers, so
Yeah.
that they go away with a good feeling.
And I think one of the things that might work too, and it'll be my last piece to add, and then everybody else can chime in, is if we had a student advisory board for it. Maybe having one student representative for, yes. So we could each, I guess, appoint one student. Preferably a junior, because we all have dealt with seniors, and at the midpoint of the semester, they check out.
Yeah.
So they mentally check out.
Semester start, they check out.
So I'll put that here, a student.
It would be good for that student advisory board to be SDM students.
Okay.
Supposed to be honor society, so.
Well, the only hiccup I will have with that is that we would draw a line then, because the honor students aren't always the most creative.
True.
And then we have some students who might be a 2.0, 2.5, who have some great ideas, but they can't get on the board because of the GPA. Dr. Davy?
No, I think that's a terrific idea. Say, make sure you give them a title, so they put that on their resume, on
Yes.
the public relations liaison for the Department of Communication, or whatever you call it, the president of the sequence.
I'll come up with something.
That always helps,
Yeah.
for their own egos, I suppose, or campaign launch.
I think we keep the raffles in place too. Definitely the swag bag. students and the young professionals. Anything else?
I would definitely say we have to involve more faculty. I don't know if you can make it mandatory, but I think this is an opportunity to build connections with all of these
True.
professionals.
Yes,
So,
because I can, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I think we need to
Well,
really be representing.
I don't wanna disagree, but I wanted to make sure that the students don't feel like they're in another class, you know. I agree to the point that, what I enjoyed was when I participated, I was kind of, you know, hovering in the back,
Yeah.
as Monica knows, and then I said one thing at the podium early on. And after that, the connection came just informally at breakfast and lunch, where I would go to the pros that I knew from that we invited to campus and said, hi, how you doing? And that sort of thing. So to that point, we definitely wanna get the Lauren Abersays and the Lindsay Hobbs and, whoever else we're taking, to meet the professionals informally.
Right, I agree too, and I think, I'm sorry for cutting you off, Andre. I think with what I think you're saying is Dr. Davy, Dr. Dina, myself, we definitely can wrap our minds around and meet with the television and radio stations. And we'll be professional with this representation, but there's not a connection that we can make intimately for the PR students or intimately for the journalism students, which is why that representation on our end needs to be in the room with these companies. So not necessarily to have students feel, I know what you're saying, Dr. Davy, they're
The
thinking, oh,
success
here
of
they
your
coming
thing
in.
was
But-
the pros, seeing the spotlight on them.
Right,
My former students, I think, especially love the fact that I'm taking notes from them.
yes.
You know, but instead of vice versa, I know they like that.
Yeah.
And I agree totally, but maybe if it's just the faculty show up for the mixer or the breakfast or something.
Okay.
They don't have to be in the room for the panel sessions,
Okay.
one-on-ones, but I think that is one of our weaknesses, is we don't have those connections to those folks.
Okay.
Because a lot of these agencies, they're starting to hire folks from LSU and other places.
Oh my God,
and
they like it,
there's
yeah.
no reason so again, even if it's just the breakfast, we come into the breakfast, we network, and it could be something with just professionals and faculty. I don't know how we wanna set this up, but I think at the very least, there needs to be an introduction between the faculty and the, professionals. And then, I mean, we can get out the way and let the students do what they do.
We're on the same page, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I like the breakfast idea too.
If I had stood up and started lecturing, I would've cleared the room last time. That's what I didn't want.
Yeah, but, yeah, you're right, they do need to be there, put a face to the phone calls and the emails.
Yeah, because we need to be able to, because a lot of them are looking to us to, what's next, how do we improve our business, our